Make my weight loss lunch with me, and in this one we are going to do a smashed burger taco. Been a while since I've made one of these, but I had some smashed burgers the other day and I've got 2 burgers left. I'm only going to use one of them for this recipe, so I thought, why not make for lunch a smashed burger taco? They're absolutely delicious. So let's get at it. So first thing we need is a tortilla. This is just a standard tortilla wrap from ALDI. I was trying to get the high protein ones, but they can be a bit hit and miss whether they're in or not. So for this video, we're just going to use a standard tortilla wrap. Really simple, this one, but really tasty. And then we are going to take our 5% fat beef burger. I'm going to stick it in the middle of our tortilla. Is that it, Neil? Yeah, that's it. That's all we're going to do. No, we're not. We're going to press it down, all right? So this is where the smashed burger comes in. We're just going to flatten it down. And you want to make this sort of nice and even around the tortilla, nice and thin as well. That'll help it to cook a bit quicker. And there we go. Now, I've not gone quite to the edge. There is method to the madness. I'll tell you why shortly. We're going to add a little bit of seasoning, just a bit of Susie salt. Got our frying pan here, and we just want like half a teaspoon. You do not need a lot of oil, as long as you've got a decent non-stick frying pan. So that is half a teaspoon of oil. Make sure your pan's cold. Take a couple of fingers and just run that oil and just sort of coat the pan. And get your heat on. Okay, now this pan does not need to be stupidly hot when you put the tortilla in. Now, why I've not gone quite to the edge with the burger is, I could possibly do with a slightly bigger frying pan for this, but it will do. If you've got a bigger frying pan, you can possibly put your meat right to the edge, but I've just sort of done it so the meat will definitely sit within the pan. So push that down, and you're gonna give it 3-4 minutes. That's all it's going to take because it's really nice and thin. You can check it, make sure it's cooked through. But anyway, yeah, let's give it 3 or 4 minutes, and then once it's cooked through, we shall assemble a smash burger taco. Now, one thing I do recommend you doing while this is cooking is you can just use your fingers and just, yeah, keep moving it around a little bit. It is hot, but just move it around so it doesn't stick. All right, this has had about 3 or 4 minutes. We're just gonna have a look and see how it's doing. So, put a plate on your pan, flip it over. Hopefully it hasn't stuck. It hasn't stuck. And literally, it is done. I'm just gonna give it another 30 seconds, then we will build your smash burger taco. All right, this is all good to go. Now, you can't have something with burger in the title without, yes, cheese. We've got a light cheese slice from Aldi. We're just going to use one. We're going to pop it in half. I'm going to put one bit there and one bit there. We're going to layer this up kind of with flavours. Next thing we're going to top it with is some lettuce. And this is when we're going to go in with our first bit of sauce for transparency. Did I say that right? Transparency, not sparacy. To make sure the calories are right. We're going to hit this just with 10 grams of light mayo. That's the first little bit of sauce that's going on. Beautiful. Next thing, we're going to put some diced up onion. And then we're going to hit this with our second sauce, which is 10 grams of And we're going to hit this with our second sauce, which is 10 grams of reduced sugar ketchup. And the last little topping, again, you can't have anything burger for me without some sweet little pickles. And the final little dab of sauce is, if there's enough in here, there's not loads, there we go, a little drizzle of mustard. And there we go, one smash burger taco. I'm serving it open, but whack it in half and get it eaten. 405 calories for that badger, 28.5 grams of protein. Ready in about 5 minutes, quick, easy, and most importantly, extremely tasty. Give it a go!